Welcome to our Snowman GIF project, part 2. In part 1, you collected all of your snowman accessories, and in today's project, part 2, we're going to animate them. We're going to make them move. All right, the overall directions, we're going to get started by opening up Photo P, choosing a background color, and making the 3 snowballs for our snowman. So let's go ahead and get started. Open a new tab in Google Chrome and type in Photo P. All right, here we are in Photo P. Today we're going to click on New Project. New Project. And remember, you can pause this video at any time to complete the steps on your own project and then come back. Our new project, we're going to give it a new name. So in the name box at the top, please type Snowman. In the width box, please type 1280. In the width box, type 1280. In the height box, type 720. In the height box, type 720. And in the background drop-down, choose transparent. Choose transparent. And then click Create. All right, here is our new space for our snowman GIF. And we are going to add a background color by going to the tools on the left side of the page. There is a tool called the Gradient tool. If you right-click on this tool with the 2-finger tap or Alt and a click, you can have the Paint Bucket tool. And this is a nice, easy way to change the color all at once. So right-click on the Gradient tool and choose Paint Bucket tool. And then choose a color that you would like for your background. I'm going to choose a blue. You can choose whatever color you want for your background. Using the color picker and click OK. Now that you have a new color, your paint bucket is selected. Click once on the screen and it will all change to that one color. Alrighty. Let's go to the bottom right area of Photo P and we're going to add a new layer. In the layer panel, you'll notice there's just one layer right now called background. We're going to click the button that looks like a sticky note in the bottom right corner that says New Layer. Click that one time, and now you'll see that there is a new layer called Layer 1. On this layer, we're going to build the snowman. So to build the snowman pieces, we're going to use the Ellipse tool. So the Ellipse tool is in the upper left corner. It's a second tool from the top. And right now you'll see it is the rectangle select button. So please right click with a double 2-finger tap or a alt click and find the Ellipse Select button. Ellipse Select. All right. When your cursor's on the screen, you'll see it has a plus sign. To make a perfect circle, hold the Shift key while you click and drag. And that will make a circle on the bottom of your screen. So let me do that again. You right-click on the rectangle select button to find the ellipse select button. And then on your screen, you're going to position your cursor where you want the bottom circle snowball to go. And holding down the Shift key, you're going to click on your mouse and drag with your finger to make a circle. There's our circle. Feel free to pause this video if you need to do that on your own canvas. All right, next we're going to make this circle white because it's a snowball. So let's use our paint bucket tool. And then we're going to go to the color picker and choose white. Click OK, and then click inside that circle, and now it is white. First snowball is done. Now we're going to make your second snowball, and we're going to do that by duplicating this layer. So layer 1 is currently selected. We're going to press Control J. It is the easiest way to duplicate a layer. You could also right click and go to duplicate, but I think you'll agree that Control J was the easiest. So layer 2 is a duplicate, which means our white circle is on the page, but you can't really tell because it's exactly on top of the other one. So in the upper left corner, click on the arrow move tool. It's the very top tool, and you're going to move the second circle up. Now, typically, in a traditional snowman, the middle circle is a little bit smaller than the bottom circle. So we're going to go to the Edit tab and choose Free Transform, and then we can make our circle a little bit smaller. To keep the dimensions the same on the circle, I'm going to hold the Shift key again, and then just make it a little smaller and position it exactly where you want it. And snowmen come in all different shapes. There's snow people, so it doesn't have to be the traditional shape, or can if you want. When you are happy with the shape, press the check mark at the top or just press Enter on your keyboard. All right, now it's time for our third circle. So you'll notice on the right on the layer pane, layer 2 is still selected. We're going to press Control J to duplicate it again. And it just made us a third circle. So we're going to drag it up. And if you'd like to make it a little bit smaller, you're going to go to Edit, Free Transform, and make it the size that you want. To keep the ratio exact, you can hold the Shift key while you click and drag. And when you have it the way you like it, press Enter. So now we have our 3 snowballs to make our snowman, but it created several different layers. So if you're following along in the written directions, we're on step 15. It's now we're going to merge all those layers together to make one. So I'm going to go over here to the layer panel. The top layer is selected. I'm going to hold my Shift key down and click on the bottom layer, which is background, and then let go. Once they're selected, they turn dark gray. And you're going to right click with a 2-finger tap or alt click and choose Merge Layers. I'll do that again. So click layer 2 at the top, layer 2 copy, hold your Shift key and select the bottom layer, and they all turn dark gray. Then you right click and find the tool that says Merge Layers. Merge Layers. And when you do that successfully, you now have a single layer. Press pause if you need to do that on your screen. Now that your snowman is complete, it's time to think about adding the accessories. So on the right-hand side of the layers panel, we're going to make sure that the name of this layer is called background. So if you would double click on the name of the layer and change it to background. We're going to be changing the names of layers to help us keep them straight. Press Enter. All right, now this is our main background layer, so we're going to press Control J to copy it. And it has a new name called Background Copy. And I'm going to suggest that you double click and name it to Buttons, because this is where we're going to work on the buttons. So if you would go to File, Open and Place, let's go find your buttons or your pieces of coal that you chose for your accessory. I found mine. Make sure you choose the one that's .png, and you're going to click Open. If you don't have a button or coal.png, please see the directions and video tutorial for the previous activity. So move your button onto your snowman. I'm going to move mine onto his torso here and place it where you like it and resize it using the boxes in the corner. If it gets too small, you can zoom in on your page by pressing the Control key and the plus key. That way you can see it better. So resize your button and place it where you want it to go and press the Enter key. That is our first button. Please press pause if you need to do that on your own. When your button is placed where you would like it to, we're going to merge the button image layer with the one underneath it. So we're going to click on button layer, or whatever yours was named. If it might have been named Cole, you're going to hold the Shift key and click just the one directly underneath it that we named buttons. And we're going to merge those. So we're going to right click, merge layers. Okay, so now we have a layer called background and we have a layer called button. But we're going to add some more buttons, so let's call this layer button 1 because we're going to be adding some more. So button 1 is done. We're going to press Control J to copy it. And let's rename this layer button 2. Most snowmen have a couple buttons. And we're going to repeat the step we did a second ago by going to File, Open in Place, and find your button or your coal. And we're going to open it. If you're still zoomed in like I am, you can zoom back out by pressing Control minus, grabbing your coal, and I'm going to zoom back in with Control plus. And resize your coal so that it matches as close to the one that you already put before. And place it where you would like to on your snowman's torso. When you have it the size and place you like, press Enter. And this is our second button. So over on the right, I'm going to change the name to button 2. So when yours is placed, we're now going to merge just these top 2 layers that say button 2. So click on the top layer, hold the Shift key, press the next layer down. They both say button 2. We're going to right click and choose merge layers. So now we have our background, our button 1, and our button 2. We're creating these separate layers so that when we're ready to make it a GIF, each layer will show up separately and give the appearance that it's being built. All right, Control J. It's time for our next accessory, which is our scarf. So let's change this copy that we just made to scarf. So our top layer is now called scarf. And we're going to go find it. So let's go to File, Open in Place, and find your scarf.png. Click Open. I better zoom out here. Oh, my scarf is big. Resize your scarf so that it fits on your snowman. And you're welcome to rotate it too if you want to give it some movement. If you need to erase some more of the scarf to fit behind the snowman's neck, you can do that with the eraser tool. It is on the left side on the tool pane. It looks like an eraser, and you can just erase any parts that you need to. Oops, hit cancel. First, you have to finish placing it. Let's try that again. All right, so I've got your scarf placed where you want it to go. If you need to change the size, it's Edit, Free Transform. And you can rotate it, place it wherever you like. Press Enter when you like where it is. It's not letting me use that one. All right, and now we're going to go to the right. When you have your scarf placed where you want it, we're going to merge the 2 scarf layers. So click on the first scarf layer, press the Shift key, click on the second one, and we're only merging the 2 scarf layers. Choose Merge Layers. Now we have a background, some coal buttons, and a scarf layer. Remember to press pause if you need to do these steps on your own. Up next, let's add our nose. So let's press Ctrl J to get a copy, and we'll rename this copy nose. Nose. So let's go to File, Open, and Place. Find the nose that you saved and edited. I did carrot.png, so I'm going to open that. And when it's on the page, resize it so it's the size that you would like. Place it on your snowman. Rotate it if you would like to. Oops. To zoom in, you can press Ctrl plus. And once you like where your nose is, press Enter. And we're going to merge those two, just those two. For mine, it's called carrot and nose. Click them both by holding the Shift key and choose Merge Layers. All right, he's coming along. We're going to continue this step with the rest of our accessories. So after the nose, I'm going to add a hat or earmuffs, whatever you picked. So I'm going to name my next layer earmuffs. If you did a hat, name it hat. I'm going to File, Open, and Place. Find your hat or earmuffs, whatever you picked. Click Open. And resize your earmuffs. Mine are a bit big. I might need to get a different size for mine. When you have it in the place that you would like, press Enter, and then return to the Layers panel. Press the Shift key to select the two layers that we're going to merge. Okay, now you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 layers. All right, Control J. Let's add our eyes. So I'm going to name this new copy I just made eyes or glasses. We're going to go to File, Open, and Place. Find your glasses or your eyes, whichever you picked. We're going to resize it and put it on our snowman. When you like where it is, press Enter. There we go. And we're going to merge those top two layers together with the right click. All right, so every time we're adding a new accessory, we're making a new layer. So after your glasses or your eyes, press Ctrl J, and we're going to add some arms next. So name your new copy arms. And then let's go find the sticks or arms that you found. So File, Open, and Place. Oh, those are big. Resize them to make it fit and place them where you would like them to go. You can rotate them. When you like where it is, merge it. Right click, and we'll make a copy with Ctrl J and make a second arm with File, Open, and Place. I'm going to put this stick on the other side. once you have it where you would like it, press enter. And this one I'm going to call Arms 2. So let's change the name of this layer to Arms 2 because it is the second arm. And we will merge it with the layer underneath. All right, and we need a mouth. So let's duplicate this layer with the Control J, and we're going to change that name to mouth. Mouth. I think I forgot my mouth, so let me find a quick mouth clip art. You can make a mouth out of separate buttons or separate coal pieces, or just do a mouth clip art like I am right now. That is ginormous. Let me, when you get your mouth on there, resize it with Edit, Free Transform. Again, you could do a single mouth or you could do separate coal pieces or buttons. You can decide. Zoom in. Let's resize this. The mouth is the last accessory step on the required list. So once you have your mouth, you're done with the required accessories, but you are welcome to do any extra steps. So let's finish with this mouth. I'm going to merge. So I'm going to do one accessory in this example. So I'm going to Control J, and I'm going to call mine a phone. So I'm going to go add a phone, a file open in place. Oh, that phone did not work. So I'm going to pick a different phone. That phone didn't work either. Give me just a moment while I look for a phone. All right, here is my phone. You can do a phone, you could do some flowers, you could do some hot cocoa, you could add some snowflakes to your background, or a sun, or a pile of snow. So feel free to add anything else to make your snowman picture more interesting and unique. And feel free to pause this video while you do that. And merge this last layer together. There we go. So finish adding your accessories. If at any point you need to walk away and save this project, you can do so by going to File, Save as PSD. Then you can come back and work on it at another time. So if you have to leave, hit File, Save as PSD. All right, we're down to the last few steps. Now that all of your accessories are on different layers in your file, it's time to animate them. So in Photopea, we're going to select all of your layers by starting with the top layer. So click the top layer and scroll to the bottom. And while holding the Shift key, select the bottom layer. You'll know they are all selected when they all look dark gray. Now at the top of the screen, find the Layer tab, click on Layer, and then scroll down until you see Animate. Until you see Animation. When you see Animation, you're going to click Make Frames. So select all the layers, go to the Layer tab, find animation, make frames. When you do that, all of your layers have an A. So press pause if you need to do that on your own screen. Select all your layers, go to the Layer tab, find Animation, Make Frames. All right, now that you have all of your frames, we're going to export this as a GIF. So go to the File tab, choose Export As, and choose GIF. So File tab, Export As, GIF. It will give us a little preview, but it's so fast. So we're going to change the speed so it's closer to 25%. I'm just going to type it in. Nope, it's frozen. Once you change the speed to 25%, then click Save, and it will save this GIF to your Downloads folder. Now that it's in your Downloads folder, you can click Copy to Clipboard, go to our Google Classroom, find the shared Google Slides file, and paste this onto your page. And we can't wait to see your snowman GIFs. Thanks for watching.